Sometimes there are perks to your job, and this has to be a highlight for me. The Reinhold Bashi Men's National Training Centre made their way inland South Australia to the country town of Berry in the Berry-Barmera region for an intensive training camp set out of the Berry Riverside Holiday Park. I was lucky enough to follow them around for a day in the life of their training and want to share with you what I learned.
Oh look, it's great to be back on the Murray. It's a fantastic river. I've been here lots before over my time with Prince Alfred College. The facilities here have just got better and better. We've got ice bars and we've got the pool and we've got a fair bit of recreation, so we've got no issues with that as far as training goes. So we really have everything we need.
The first thing I noticed was how much time they took to fully warm up and prepare both their bodies and minds before their first session. After a 10 to 15 minute jog, the boys went through their full mobility exercises and stretching, which the coaches joined in on as well. The whole group was briefed by head coach Ian Wright, who prepared them for what the goals and intent for the day would be. The crews then split up into their specific squads to discuss their individual focus for the session before it was time for hands-on. The setup for the camp was pretty good, with a short stroll down to the water where they could launch in a sheltered boating area. I have to say, pushing out and following these boats out onto the water felt very surreal. I was lucky enough to sit in with the coaches of the crews and get a first-hand view of their training. First up, I followed the men's quad, a boat class that many South Aussies are familiar with coach Mark Prater, who demonstrated some of his boat handling skills in the warm-up. Cam Girdleston here in the 3-seat is the only remaining athlete from the crew that won the silver medal in Rio, with man of the Murray himself, South Aussie James McRae. All of the boats put in their work, clocking up nearly 30 kilometres each in the first session. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch the best in the country zoom by in their boats, and others in the town noticed them too.
The presence of the national training team here in the Riverland will certainly give a boost to rowing, and we hope that locals will be keen to look at the sport and perhaps come and try.
I jumped in with Andy to follow the 8 for the rest of session 1, and the thing I noticed the most from the morning session is that even though these are the best of the best, the elite, they still have the same conversations that you do at school, club and state level. Every part of their training on the water is about moving together, about feeling what each other is doing, and about changing to move as one cohesive unit, working together to move the boat as efficiently as possible. They do look good doing it though. The red cliffs make for a stunning backdrop, and the beautiful old gum trees make this stretch of the Murray one of the most breathtaking areas to train on. After a quick refuel stop, man, these boys can put some calories away. It was time for session 2, which was putting some watts in on the erg. These boys, they work so hard. You hear about the amount of time and effort that they put in, but seeing it in real life, it really is something else.
So the camp for us has been a great opportunity to refocus the boys. A few weeks ago we had a week off. The 3 months leading into the week off was a little bit disrupted through COVID. We weren't training at 100%, so this is the real marker point for us to reset and refocus and get back into our 3 times a day, 6 days a week routine. So it's a great refresh for the blokes and the real, I suppose, start of our Olympic campaign for 2021.
The afternoon session, I got into head coach Ian Wright's tinny and was able to follow the men's 4 and pair training in conditions that were less than desirable. Here I was excited to see how our awesome foursome trained and the dynamic of the different coaching styles.
Same, Daddy, we're still trying to hit 74, but if you can't, because of the width, that's fine. I just want tier 1 input, okay? That's good, there's 74.
The most impressive takeaway for the entire group over the camp was the mindset and composure of these young men. In waters that at times came up over the keel and with over 40 Ks in their legs, in a long final session, they didn't complain once. On the contrary, they cracked jokes, kept the morale of one another up and stayed on top of their work. They stayed competitive. You can see why this group really is the best of the best. Although there is another reason for the boys to be here, one for celebration. SA athlete Alexander Hill was visiting his home of Loxton, the neighbouring district, where the district council honoured the 2-time world champion and Olympic silver medalist by naming one of their riverfront roads Alexander Hill Drive. Hilly was able to celebrate with his family and the entire team as a great recognition of the achievements brought on by the strengths of the Reinhold Bashi Men's National Training Centre. A big thanks to the group for having me on board to shadow them and showcase their training and the beautiful Riverland region. You are more than welcome to come back anytime, and from all of us here at Rowing SA, we wish you the best with your Olympic campaign.